She called me not a real man, then got stuck with an $800 bill. If you can't pay for all my friends' drinks, you're not a real man. That's what Kendra said, loud enough for half the bar to hear, before smirking like she'd just dropped some universal truth. I smiled, finished my beer, and said, good to know. Then I paid my own tab and walked out. 10 minutes later, my phone exploded. Kendra and I had been dating for 4 months. We were supposed to grab drinks downtown, just the two of us. I showed up at 8 p.m., and she was already there, with 5 people I'd never met. 3 women, 2 guys. Babe, you made it, she said, kissing my cheek. These are my friends from Pilates. We grabbed a big table. Within minutes, everyone was ordering like they were at a wedding reception. Appetizers, entrees, shots, dessert, an $85 bottle of wine, just for Tiffany. I kept waiting for someone to mention splitting the bill. No one did. About an hour in, I leaned toward Kendra and said, hey, this is getting pricey. What's the plan? She laughed. Don't worry about it. Who's paying for all this? That's when she dropped her line, the one that ended everything. Obviously, you are. If you can't pay for my friend's drinks, you're not a real man. That's basic boyfriend stuff. The whole table went quiet. Tiffany smirked. Yeah, my boyfriend always covers everyone when we go out. I just nodded. Good to know. Then I stood, walked to the bar, paid my $24 tab for 2 beers, tipped the bartender, and left. I hadn't even reached my car before my phone started ringing non-stop. I ignored it. 10 minutes later, a voicemail came in. Kendra, panicked and furious. Apparently, the second I left, her friends suddenly remembered other plans. They grabbed their purses and bailed, leaving her alone with an $800 bill that kept climbing because they'd just ordered another round before I left. Then came the kicker. She'd left her credit card at home. Her exact words, in a later text, I knew you'd be paying like a real man should. She had to call her roommate to bring her card at 10 p.m. on a Friday, just to get out of the restaurant. By the next morning, I woke up to 52 missed calls, not just from Kendra, but from her mom. Her mom left a voicemail saying, you abandoned my daughter at a restaurant with a bill she couldn't pay. You need to Venmo her $863.47 right now and apologize. They even calculated it to the penny. Then Kendra texted again, this time from her roommate's phone. I had to use my rent money to cover that bill. You owe me $863.47 plus $200 for emotional distress. Emotional distress. For not paying for 6 random adults' drinks. Sunday, she showed up at my apartment with her roommate and some guy trying to look intimidating. They banged on my door and yelled for me to come out. Through my Ring camera, I heard her say, make him open up. I called the cops. 10 minutes later, 2 officers arrived. Kendra launched into her sob story about financial abuse. One cop blinked at her and asked, ma'am, did he force you to order food and drinks? No, she said. Did he promise to pay and then leave? No, but he should have. Ma'am, the officer said flatly. Not paying for your friends isn't a crime. They left pretty quickly after that. Monday morning, I woke up tagged in one of her Instagram story rants. Fake men and financial abuse when they can't even provide for a woman's friends. Within minutes, the comments section turned on her. You expected him to pay for everyone? Girl, that's embarrassing. She deleted the post within 2 hours. Then Tuesday came the icing on the cake. I got an email from Tiffany, the same friend who'd ordered the $85 bottle of wine, with the subject line, business proposal. She wanted me to pay her $100 to mediate between me and Kendra so we could work through our miscommunication. My buddy Anton saw the email and texted, bro, they're trying to turn your dating life into a business model. But the best part came later that week. One of my coworkers knows a girl from Kendra's Pilates class. Word got around. Turns out this wasn't her first attempt at real man group dinners. She'd pulled the same stunt with at least 3 other guys. Big group outings, huge tabs, guilt-tripping them into paying, then ghosting the second they got tired of it. This time, though, she played herself. She thought she was testing my masculinity. Turns out I was testing her character, and she failed spectacularly.